Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Grass number GF138.322.73.0015. I know that their part numbers are logical to them. I know that when someone sees that, they know exactly what this hinge is. They're not to me. But I know that this is a 110-degree self-closing full overlay hinge that is a screw-on style rather than a dowel-in style or any other method of attaching it. So the important thing when it comes to these hinges is certainly the position of the door in relationship to the frame. Is it inset? Is it partial overlay or a full overlay? And that has everything to do with where the door is on that structure. If it's inset, the door, if you've got an opening in the cabinet, the door is going to be in flush with the outside. That's inset. Think of a normal door, the normal front entry door to your home. That door is inset. I mean, it's set in the frame. So it's basically, without the casing, it would generally be flush to the frame. Now in a cabinet application, you can have inset, but it's more likely that the doors will be wider and taller than the opening, and that amount that it's wider and taller is the overlay. So a full overlay is going to be more like the door sizes to the outside of the cabinet. Well, when you have that sort of unusual when you have that sort of typical circumstance, the hinge needs to account for the fact that the door has got to open, but that outside heel has got to be kind of kicked out enough so that it doesn't bind against the face of the frame. So inset hinges, you know, partial, full overlay, all conspires to make up the type of hinge. So first, what is your application? And quite frankly, when we switch to the screen view, provided I don't forget, we'll just do a quick internet search and you'll see how easy it is to come up with those definitions. 110 degree, well, I'm eyeballing it, that's 90. Yeah, I'll agree that that's 110. It's self-closing. We do get that concept. When I just get that push down, it'll snap closed. That's the self-closing feature. Okay. And it's screw-on. That's going to have everything to do with how this connects to its mounting plate. Okay, this will snap into its mounting plate. And then the variety of different mounting plates also can change this hinge as well. Let's go over a couple of basic dimensional properties. Overall height of the door leaf, about 2 3/8. This is going to be I don't see the cup size here. 42 millimeter is the boring pattern. We'll see if we can determine the cup size when we switch to the cut sheet. Maybe just for the sake of it, an overall length is about 4 3/8 of an inch. Okay. So this first part of the video is to really serve as a visual tour of what the item looks like. Let's switch to the screen view now and take a closer look at the supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, let's take a look at the item that we're working on. We have images that are posted here that we can take a closer look at. Okay, just showing the hinge in a general sort of perspective, a side view. The back side of the item. You can see that you've got an adjustment screw here. It's going to give you some movement of the Z-axis, I guess we could say, right here. Pull that hinge in and out. No, here. To pull that hinge in and out. The back side of the unit. Just a couple of more perspectives on it, just to give you an idea. Now, the extended description information is down below. Let's take a look at it. 110 degree. Hinges are designed for frameless and face frame cabinets. cup depths of 11 and 11.5 millimeter, hinge cup drilling distance of 3 to 7 millimeter, and that's going to be the dimension from the edge of the door to where that cup starts. That is a super crucial dimension on concealed hinges and obviously cabinet hinges like this. Single screw slide adjustment of +1 and to -3 millimeter. Available in 3 cup fastening designs. Screw on, that's going to be what we're dealing with here, and the screw on is literally this. Doweled or toolless, impresso. Not familiar with that. We'll see if we can take a look at it. Screw-on and doweled feature stamped steel cups. The toolless impresso hinges feature die-cast steel cup and a closing flap with all-metal construction for positive and secure attachment to a cabinet door. Available in self-closing and free-swinging. You might have a need for doors not to be self-closing. An unrelated but similar application would be a door closer, a telephone booth door closer. Many years ago, many decades ago, there were door closers that literally didn't bring the door all the way closed. They closed the door when it was still ajar 5 degree, and they were used for telephone booths. That way you would know whether or not, the unit was occupied or not. If the door is ajar, then it's probably not occupied. Okay, sold as each. Let's take a look at the literature that's here. I'm going to grab our part number and I'm going to copy it. This is a catalog from the manufacturer. And I'm searching for 138.322.73.0015. And this is going to give us really nice information. Some additional information in terms of what a cross section looks like. Actually, we won't need to do that internet search because they're showing us full overlay, half or partial overlay, inset. And it's got everything to do with where the door is hanging in relationship to the jamb. Fully covering it, partially covering it, or half covering it, or insetting it. That hinge changes depending on the application. The part numbers are here for the other 2 mounting methods, doweled or impresso. You're probably going to want to do a search in this same catalog for impresso. Here it is. Designed to assemble quickly and easily without tools. Yeah, I get that. You're still going to have to attach it. Yeah, I get what it does. The impresso hinge can be installed quickly and accurately on site. Simply insert the impresso hinge into the board hole and close the hinge flap to engage. So obviously there's going to be something that's going to pinch that unit around and keep it held secure. Let's go back to our page. Self-closing models, free swinging models. You've got your 45 and 48 pattern, they call it. Well, that's just going to be a reference to bear with me, your boring pattern. From what I understand, and I'm no expert, but I think 48 millimeter is something that's used exclusively in Europe. I've tried to order 48 millimeter hinges in the past, and it turns out they aren't brought into the United States from what I could tell. Cover caps are down here for those applications that require it. Screws, you can buy fasteners. Fasteners are not included. And then in this catalog, you're going to be able to dive into the second page, which gives really nice technical information here as well. Okay. You can see the reference to your base plate down here. Full overlay, half overlay, inset. Drilling distances they're giving you, which again is that DD dimension here. Because as that door opens, you want to make sure that this isn't going to hit the jamb. So this cut sheet is linked to down below where you can review all of this information in detail. Now, there is a link below this video as seen here to the manufacturer's page where we can pull up not only all of the Grass products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation as seen here, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. And some prior catalogs. Grass TMOS Hinge System Catalog. All right, so that's a different document than what's on the page here. Yeah, we'll make sure that this is added there as well, Nexus Hinge Systems. Okay, let's wrap up this video on camera. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. So the approach that I would suggest if you're trying to figure out what hinge you have, start with what type you have. Overlay, inset, half overlay, full overlay, half overlay, inset. Degree of opening is good to know as well. And then start to look at the profile of the hinge. Does it look like what's in the catalog? Okay, that's my approach. I am no expert, but speaking of experts, if you're not sure and I can't get the answer, the folks over at Grass are extremely helpful. 100% of the time they answer. In my opinion, they go well above and beyond the call of duty when it comes to just fielding questions from distributors like myself. They do a really great job. And to them for that, I say thank you. Any questions on the Grass? 138.322.73.0015, full overlay 110 degree self-closing hinge, or any other Grass product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.